Good evening, crafting friends. I'm Dorene Decibus from It Begins with Ink and Paper, and welcome to Make It Monday. I'm so excited to be here tonight, and I hope that lots of you are going to join me. I'm going to just talk for a couple of minutes while we wait for people to start coming on. I'm not used to doing that because I usually just start my videos when I'm on my business page, but tonight I'm going to wait just a couple minutes, and if no one's on in a minute or two, I'm just going to start. So welcome. Make sure you say hello in the comments so I can see who's here. I'm going to try to watch the comments tonight, but I can't guarantee I will be perfect on that. So that will be that. So I see that we already have a couple of you on. So let's talk about the sketch that we're using. So I thought it'd be fun to start doing some stamping together, and card sketches are so easy. They really take the work out of the layout, and then you can just concentrate on your stamping or whatever you want to put on your card. So this is basically the sketch. So I just took some Misty Moonlight cardstock. It's 5.5 by 8.5. I could have made this 4.25 by 11 inches too. It wouldn't matter. And what you need is to have a piece of 5.25 by 4 designer series paper, and then you need 3 strips of 1/2 inch by 5.25, a 3-inch square, and then I layered this with a 2 7/8 square. So this isn't the card I'm going to make tonight. I just made one to show the sketch. Alright, so let's get started. So I told you what I was going to be using. I'm going to be using Old Olive cardstock, and I'm going to use the Season of Green and Gold designer series paper, and I'm going to use the Unbounded Love stamp set to do my stamping. So let me just put that aside so it's not in the way. So I have my 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Old Olive cardstock. It's one of my favorite greens. Hi Rena, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you for joining us. And all that I need. I've done my die cutting, so to just save some time. So I die cut some images from the designer series paper, from the gold foil, and from the vellum greenery as well. So and let me look at this. I think I have a little notch there that I don't like. So let me grab. I cut a whole bunch of stuff out of the designer series paper and the vellum so that I am ready for anything, and I must not have had the die on this one right, so let's take that one. Alright, so to start with, I'm going to get my inside piece all ready. This is a piece of 4 by 5.25. I hope you're stamping with me with your stuff. I'm going to be posting pictures of what I make and what I show you in the comments after the live, and I hope that whatever you decide to make, that you also are posting that in the comments so that we can share all of our ideas with each other. So I am going to just add this piece of vellum onto this layer, and then I'm going to add just a piece of the designer series paper that I'm using on the front across the bottom. So that's what my card looks like. The inside of my card, my insert. And I'm just going to add that to the inside of my card. Center it. There we go. Now I'm going to put this aside, and let's make the front. So I've got my 5.25 by 4-inch piece of designer series paper, and I just took a different pattern and focused on this green, and cut them into the 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And I'm going to just add these, starting at the bottom and working up, or I could have started at the top, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to add these 3 strips across the front. And here's my second one. I actually had a lot of fun with this. I had made my cards, I don't know, last week sometime. Came up with what I was going to do, and then I just started making some more this morning, and it was a lot of fun. It just makes it, I don't know, so simple once you have the sketch in front of you. So I'm going to add this to the front, and now we're ready to go. So I'm going to, I have that 3x3 piece of excuse me, old olive, and then I'm going to layer this on. It's a piece of 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Alright, I am going to add some dimensionals to the back to pop this up. And we'll put this on the front. And the way the sketch, it goes just below the 3rd strip of cardstock or designer series paper, and then centered. So that's what I've tried to do here. Alright, now I'm going to be adding my embellishments. So I'm going to start by adding this piece of gold leafy. I'm just going to be putting the adhesive towards the bottom, and it's going to sit right here, like it's going off of that square. So I'm just going to hold it down for a second. There we go. And then I'm going to just add one of these with glue. And then the other one I'm going to pop up with dimensionals. I also want to just let everyone know that your last chance to sign up for the Season of Green and Gold class that I'm offering, either to go or virtual or in person on the 27th, is going to be this Wednesday. I do need to order and start preparing. So if you were thinking about going either way, please let me know. It's exciting to do in-person classes again, and it's also exciting doing a virtual class too. Okay, so there's the front of my card. With all of the things that I cut out of the designer series paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this off camera because my ribbon is to my left, and I can sort of bring it over so you can see what I'm doing. I keep my ribbon on the spool when I am tying a bow, so I don't waste as much of my ribbon. But my spools are to my left, so they're off camera. So this is retired ribbon. It is just the pretty, it was from last year. I think it might have come out during the holiday season. It's very vanilla with gold. Just hold that up for you so you can see it. It's just so pretty. And so I want to put my ribbon right here, and then I'll trim it afterwards. Let me just bring it in a little more. There we go. And we'll use a glue dot. Guess I need to tear some of this off. And we'll just put that right there. And again, now I'm going to just trim it a little bit. Alright, so this is the front so far, and the inside of the card. And then I just need to do some stamping on my label. So I'm going to use Old Olive ink. And as I said, I'm using the Unbounded Love stamp set with the dies, and that's where this label came from. The stamp says "You are loved." So get it all inked up. And stamped. And I am going to be putting part of it on with dimensionals and part of it on with just the Stampin' Seal. There we go. So this is going to go right under that bow, right there. And of course we need some bling. You probably don't, but I love adding bling. So these are the Neutrals adhesive back sequins, and they have some gold ones here. So I am going to add a large one down here and two smaller ones up here. And there we go. That is our card. So pretty. I just love how these products just coordinate with each other. Okay, so there's our first one, the one I made for you live. Now let's look at some other ones that I made. Here's the second one. I used the same ribbon, the same designer series paper, different die cuts, and I embossed using the Unbounded Love, the Celebrate. And then here's another one that, again, I used the Unbounded Love, You're a True Blessing. And this time, instead of using designer series paper here, I just used the gold foil. Isn't that beautiful? So we'll put that one there. And then here for this one, I used the Perennial Lavender, or the Painted Lavender paper. This one opens to the side. And I just did some stamping instead of having die cuts on it. And then the last one, I used the Zinnia designer series paper, cut some of the flowers out of that, stamped a hello up here. Added some sequins and a bow, and because this is petal pink, I didn't need to add an inside because there'd be plenty of room to do my writing. So those are the cards that I made with the card sketch, and I hope you have enjoyed this short video on using this particular card sketch. I hope to continue to post card sketches and have us share our work. So if you have created a card using this card sketch, please put a picture in the comments. I will add pictures of all of these to show you what I did, and that way we could share our ideas. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I will be back live soon. Just watch the channel for what we are working on. So good night, everyone. Have a great week. Stay cool.